All right, welcome to the final solo episode of the Success Codes podcast for 2023. I am so grateful and excited that you are here with me today. Thank you. And I'm also going to be super grateful that my dogs will be quiet for this recording. They have been crazy, spoiled little Shih Tzus. So I'm going to dive right in. It's actually Friday morning, the 29th, that I'm recording this episode. And I normally record my solo episodes on Saturday morning. Why today? Because I had this incredible download happen that I want to share on this podcast. And I want to share it in the most immediate energy that I could do. So it actually came to me while I was doing my hair and makeup, and I'm going to record a YouTube video today on gaslighting that will be fire. And so I'm like, I need to get ready. I need to run some errands. So I'm going to do hair and makeup today. And this came through, and I had to run and write it down so I could remember it all, because it was like, this was such a huge learning for me this year in 2023. And it's in perfect alignment with really embracing codes and new codes and understanding that everything around us affects us all the time. And really shifting our energy to be in this new way of being, which is breaking free from the matrix, breaking free from all the bullshit that you see out there, breaking free from judgment, breaking free from social media comparison, and really getting to a place of alignment in what you are doing, what your purpose is here, being yourself inside, outside, all the ways, and showing up consistently as that. So in that piece of my journey, I really feel that 2023 was a huge year for me to own my voice and my power online, and show up online as I show up in my house with my husband and inside my head. This is really important. This is a major, major $1 million tip I just shared with all of you. And in that, I needed to do that. And my spirit team has been telling me this for a very long time. I've had what I call throat puffs for a very long time. And I've talked about this a little bit before, and it's their way of saying, fucking speak up, Melinda. I'm a contrarian. I am fierce. I am a contrarian. I am a coach. I'm not nice. And this is how I make shit happen. This is how I make shit happen. And this has been my journey this year. It started with the podcast becoming You Have the Power To, which then shifted into the success codes. A lot of work with my husband, a lot of him telling me to show up. And again, I am fierce. So this whole journey of owning this online also then creates another level of comparison and judgment out there. And that is when you see other people and what they post, you're still in some type of energy of comparison, right? And there's many levels to that I'm not going to dive into on the podcast, but you can put your own lens to that and create awareness around how are you behaving online. And that's a huge nugget I just gave you. Like that awareness around how are you feeling when you see something, what's going through your mind, and then, what is that creating in you, right? And we all have different experiences with that. So my journey in this, I recognized something months ago, and I don't think I have it documented in a journal of when, but I really realized that, like, full on body realized, and it's still a journey. I'm not going to say everything's always perfect. And that's what I want people to also really understand. Like, all of this is journeys, right? So you may go from like negative to a 7, and then you may bounce back and forth between a 7 and a 5 to an 8 to a 9. Like, you kind of like have this like little bounce that happens as you're moving through this. And if you can get to the Buddha enlightenment, Dharma stage, which most people will say is crap and bullshit, I don't know. I don't really have an opinion, quite frankly. But then you've completely surpassed it. But I don't really think that. I think that we all have these little things that bubble up, and it's a new lens and a new shadow to look at. And just the faster you have the awareness and you move through it is really the growth. That's really what you want to strive to do. So my journey with this over the summer really then led me at some point during the summer to really understand that we all have gifts in how we also show up online in terms of posting. So I'm going to read what I wrote and try to understand my own scribble. But here we go. So social media and content creation hindsights, a top learning from 2023. I learned something this year, which freed my mind of judgment, comparison. It brought peace, confidence, and a new lens. We are created differently for content creation. Some post nice pictures. Some post 3D tips, like stuff you could read in a self-help book, for example. Some post long stories. Some post graphs or charts. Some post videos. Some, like me, post divine guidance and a short story for context. And some people post combinations of these things. We are all puzzle pieces. Trying to change how we post and deliver our gifts doesn't work energetically. Yes, you can aim to improve, but you can't copy someone else's blueprint. Even if you see some results, it won't be as expansive as it can be. It will still have a set limit. So, be you, show the fuck up in your energy consistently over time, letting go of time. And if you need an incredible mentor or wish to be in one of my groups, you know where to find me, melindavanfleet.com. Cheers to 2024 and beyond. Yay! I love it. Thank you, God. So that is my message. It is short and sweet. I have 2 groups that I'm super excited about, and I'm going to be sharing more boldly, more loudly, because I cannot tell where the algorithm is, right? And we're relying on this. So I'm trying some different ways to grow my groups because I believe so passionately in them. I have so much to share. If you are on this energetic frequency with me or in the loop of this energetic frequency, this is what's going to be happening, right? So we have the New Codes Collective Mastermind. I'm referring to it as NCC. This is a once a month group. It is at a very affordable price point, $88 a month. You can come and go. You can buy a 3-month package, a 6-month package. It has a Voxer group for in-between support. If you have questions, wish to share something, whatever. It is intentionally in Voxer and not on Facebook to start to eliminate distractions in our lives so our intuition can be heard more boldly, more loudly. We can follow that guidance. And in this group, we're going to be talking about such topics as frequency, as intuition, as timelines, as surrendering, as, just taking action, masculine and feminine energy. We're going to talk about all of these things. And this is just going to be a super fun, expansive group to talk about where we need to be energetically, and where are we going. So just a whole new level of conversation, proximity to me, to safely ask questions. There are no stupid questions. I want people to really understand that there are no stupid questions. We all started with the same amount of knowledge. We are all here to share. So there are no stupid questions. So there will be proximity to me, Q&A allowance within the timelines. Each month we'll likely have a set topic and then kind of run from there. That's what I'm thinking. So those were some of the topics, examples, and we'll run from there and let also the Q&A guide the discussion as well. So that is one group. And the second group is the Wealthy Women's Society, which is also a mastermind. This meets twice a month with an Ahai session, so basically 3 times a month. This group is specifically for women who are in business and need to sell for a living. This is very specific to that. So if you are someone who is starting a business, growing a business, or pivoting a business, you want to be in this group. We are going to talk about all things that are in relation to sales. Showing up, we're going to talk about SEO, we're going to be talking about selling, we're going to be talking about pricing, we're going to be talking about energetics, we're going to be talking about belief systems, mindset, also using your intuition, doing what lights you up and makes you happy while you're doing it. We are eliminating overwhelm and stress and anxiety from our lives. Like, this is the function. We are going to be making money and feeling good in the process. So this will bring more peace, joy, and abundance to your life and business. And I'm super excited about that. So that is amazing. So I also have, for a set price, Ahai human design or laser sessions that are 1 hour. That's $500. Oh, Wealthy Women's Society is $440 a month. And then I also have a new offer, which is a personalized Ahai activation. There is no one else out there doing this because it's Ahai, so it's nothing that Christina Rice offers. This is completely new, and I priced it specifically, which is something we're going to talk about in WWS, at $250. And I did that for a reason. So you fucking use it. And you're not just a collector of activations because they're cheap or they're free and you're not really doing them. So this will be extremely intentional with my guidance, with my very activating voice. I do not have a voice for meditations. I have an activating voice. So I'm showing up in my power with Ahai to co-create with your spirit team, your higher self, however you want to put it, to create an activation based on your intentions. So this is 100% for you. It is live on Zoom, me and you, a half an hour recorded, and then you get the recording and I will teach you what to do with that recording. So you will experience the same change and growth that I have experienced personally and my other clients experience and my husband experiences by using activation. So I will help you with this. That is why it is $250. That is why it is not $33, $88 free, a YouTube video, etc. This is that potent, that audacious, that bold, that full of conviction. We are going to do this. So I am super excited about that. And all of these links will be in the show notes. So I fucking love this podcast episode. If you wish to work with me one-on-one, that is something you need to email me for, melinda@melindavanfleet.com, and we will crush this year. But these other opportunities between the more laser sessions that are either half hour or hour, or the two groups, there are plenty of ways to work together, and I am set up for 2024 and beyond. So I'm so excited. Thank you for joining me. Check out my other podcast episodes, especially the ones where I had guests this year. I'm so blessed and lucky, and I'm super excited for the guests that I already have lined up for this year. And lots of good stuff. So I hope you're with me. I want you to be successful as well. That is why this podcast is called the Success Codes Podcast. Until next time, Happy New Year.